Jessi, registered dietitian, professional chef, mom, home on lockdown here in Chicago in April of 2020, lockdown for the coronavirus pandemic. Right now, as I do every day, I'm just hoping everybody out there that's hearing this is okay. If you've got loved ones that are ill or loved ones working on the front lines, you have my gratitude and my prayers. Anyway, I am bringing you some cooking and nutrition connections, and right at this moment I am peeling a piece of ginger root. I am making some stir fry. I'm getting my ingredients ready right over here. So we're going to make a beef stir fry, and I'm going to talk about that and why it's a good choice for my family, and I hope for yours. So let's get going. So I've got this big giant chunk of ginger. This is my ginger and this is my meat. I like a lot of ginger. You can use a lot less ginger. It is spicy. I like it as a vegetable, so I make it present in my stir fry. I'm going to cut it into some matchsticks so that it can be really present. And today's stir fry is also really special because this is going to be mostly Chinese flavor, but I'm going to be using, instead of serving it with rice, I'm going to be making it with Korean rice cake. Korean rice cake are disc-shaped rice flour patties or noodles. They're sliced noodles, and I adore them. They are such comfort food. They are gummy and chewy, and they get a lot of umami because they just get fried. This is a rich dish. I'm going to have it with a big salad on the side, so my portion is going to be just a small amount of the rich, delicious, gooey, carby rice cakes, and then a lot of salad on the side. So I've got my ginger right here, and I'm going to slice that into about 1/2 inch long sticks and put that to the side. I like to get all of my ingredients ready. Whether, for a stir fry, you want to have everything ready before you start cooking. So I have 2 cloves of garlic. One is for the stir fry. I'm going to go ahead and smash that, get the skin off of it. That's my favorite way to get skin off. And then I'm just going to give it a rough chop. A rough chop. Here we go. Get the little, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I got my thing back. I don't know if you guys saw my blooper reel from my chickpea soak, and I made this whole lentil soup. I tried so hard to film it, but my camera fell on me. That was one of the 3rd time in that chickpea roll, but the first 5 times, and I gave up. But I got a new camera mount, so here we go again. Yay, I'm back! Whoop whoop! These are hard days, these lockdown days. I'm here with 2 kids. We were on solid quarantine for about 10 days. My daughter didn't have coronavirus, but she did have a fever. So just out of an abundance of caution, here's my 1 clove of garlic nicely chopped. And then I'm going to get my vegetables ready that are going in with the meat. I'm going to do 2 stir fries, one with the rice cake and the meat and with ginger, garlic, and onion, and another one with the vegetables. Because in our house, my kids will eat the meat, and occasionally, and oftentimes they eat lots of vegetables, but when things are all cooked together, they tend to get overwhelmed by that. And so I like to cook the vegetables separate for a stir fry so that they can choose to put them in if they want them. Just getting my onion peeled here, and I'm going to get some heat on my pan because we're about ready. When I make a stir fry, I only use olive oil, extra virgin olive oil in my house. I don't buy a lot of different things. I try to keep it simple for my shopping and for other reasons. And also, there aren't a lot of oils that I like a lot, and there aren't a lot of oils that I actually eat. So I use olive oil, and I do sesame. And so when I make Chinese flavors, I do 1 part olive oil, and I do another 1 part of roasted sesame oil. This is a bottle that I keep refilling to make it so that I have a serving bottle. It's a nice, rich, and delicious dish. Nice sliced onion. All right, that is ready to go into my pan. And then the last thing I need to do is slice the meat. So for this recipe, so meat, I buy good meat. I buy free range, organic, pastured, and or kosher meat. I prefer kosher slaughter, but when it comes down to the absolute quality of the meat, the way the animals were treated throughout their lives and in their death is really important to me. So this is if you're familiar with the brand Pre, I believe it's from New Zealand. So I don't like that because I also like to be local because I want to have a reduced carbon footprint. But I really like their product, and I was shopping by phone. I couldn't go look and see what was available in the store, and I trust the Pre product, so that's what I bought. I've got my plastic cutting board. My onions are going in with the meat, so they can stay right there on the cutting board while I get the meat prepared. But anyway, this is really expensive. This is a $10 piece of meat, and that's a lot of money, and so that's why I'm stir frying it, so that this one steak, which some people might buy 3 for the whole family, but this one steak is going to serve the 3 of us, and actually probably be lunch tomorrow too. So I'm going to cut it in half lengthwise to make it manageable, and then I'm going to cut it in super thin slices. I use this is one of those sharper knives in my house, so that's why I'm using it. It's a boning knife. It's not particularly set up for slicing, but it does the job, and it's nice and sharp. And I'm going to put that in my bowl. Mise en place, mise en place. Everything in its place when you're getting ready to cook. My oil is heating up and it's starting to smoke, so I'm going to turn my heat off while I get this meat sliced into bite-sized pieces. I'd rather buy higher quality meat and have less than buy other meats and worry about where they came from and what they're doing to my family. Wash my hands. Okay. So I'm going to be stir frying in my flat bottomed giant iron skillet. I'm going to marinate my meat. So I've got all these things I don't eat. I'm the pickiest eater. And it's okay, as long as it's nutritious, right? As long as it's well balanced. So I don't eat wheat. I also don't eat soy. So instead of using soy sauce, I've got me some coconut aminos. That does the same beautiful salty flavor. Put that on my meat. And there's already sesame oil in here, so I'm not going to do any more of that. And I'm going to get that with the spoon I'm going to cook with. I'm going to get that all coated in that, and then I'm going to start by cooking my onions. Get them nice and softened, split up in here. Beautiful. Turn my heat back up. Yeah, I know it came right out of the raw meat, but that raw meat is going right on top of these onions after they cook, so that's all right. Oh my goodness, who else didn't actually get dressed today? I know, got my baggie on, my leggings. Usually I got my jeans on so I can have a pocket, but not today. Today got up late, got a slow start. My daughter wasn't feeling well again. She's fine, but she really deserved a break today. And so she watched all her movies, but she wrote her movie reviews. So, I feel like that's a win for the educational piece. We're on spring break right now, so that works. Thought I saw somebody come in here. All right, my onions have picked up a nice translucent color. I wish this was smell-o-vision so you could smell it. It's delicious. It's sesame oil coming right out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get my heat up really high so that I'm ready for my meat. I like a flat bottom skillet for stir fry because I don't have a high enough flame to get the heat up the sides of a wok. An electric wok works differently. That's going to have nice hot sides all the way up. I don't have a wok burner here. If you do, more power to you. I want to come over and cook at your house. But anyway, I like to get this really nice and hot, and then I'm going to put this meat in. First I'm going to get more flavor in here. I'm going to get my ginger in here. I'm going to get my garlic's going to wait till the end. I'm going to give a little bit of saute on the ginger. Three more steps. Woo, I'm getting ahead of myself. Like I said, it's been a day. So I'm going to get rid of this meat cutting board. Get that in the sink. So that my cutting board's nice and clean again. Ginger's there. All right, the ginger's getting nice and sweaty, and the flavor's coming out. So then I'm going to go ahead and add my rice cakes. So these are the Korean rice cakes. They come in brown rice and white rice. I got this at our local Korean market, H Mart, which isn't local at all. It's in a town called Niles, the one that I went to. There's also one in downtown Chicago. I'm going to go ahead and put those in. Whoops! I don't want to cook the silicone packet. The desiccant packet. Nope. No siree, Bob. So I'm going to turn that heat back down a little bit. I was going straight stir fry even after I talked about it. That's the kind of day. These are hard. They've been in the fridge, and they need some time to loosen up. I'm going to get them separated. You got to keep them separated. Now you guys know when I'm from. I love these noodles. They are so delicious. And they are not excellent nutrition. They are like white bread. They're just white rice, starch, mixed with water and salt, I think, made and then rolled into logs and cut into slices. And they're getting hot. Whoops! And they're flying. So I've got my heat down pretty low. I've got all of my aromatics in here with my noodles. I've got my noodles getting coated with the stir-fry oil, and I'm getting them separated. Don't try this at home, they're hot. Do try it at home, but these are a wonderful noodle. I love them because they're so delicious, and they're so filling. There we go. And then one of the tricks I'm going to start getting ready for it. So I'm going to let that cook for a minute while I talk about the vegetables that I'm also going to cook. I'm going to cook that on low heat. There's moisture in there from the vegetables. There's moisture locked inside those starches, and those are going to start to develop. And I'm going to get my vegetables ready for the second part of my stir fry. And one of the reasons why I'm getting it ready right now is because I need some of it for this part. So I'm going to add in some water chestnuts. This is a can of water chestnuts. These are sliced. It says on the can. We'll find out when we open it. Go ahead and get those open. And the reason I'm opening these right now is because I want to add this water chestnut water. Right, so here's my canned sliced water chestnuts, and I'm going to put those in later when I stir fry the vegetables. But I'm going to use the water from the flavor of the water chestnuts to help cook these noodles. Add that to moisten these noodles, and I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit, get a boil in there. So I can reserve these. And then, okay, go ahead, buddy. So then the other thing I have is these bamboo shoots. These were frozen. I'll get out the package. So I have them soaking in some warm water because I just pulled them out of the oven.
Mommy, am I going the wrong way?
No, you're going the right way, bud.
No, I'm going the wrong way.
Okay.
No!
Yay, I love it when they do that. Water chestnuts. So these bamboo shoots, I got when I was at a different Asian market, when I was at Hong Kong market.
I was going into the playroom.
Oh, oops. Go in the bathroom. So they stay frozen. I love these, but you got to defrost them. One time I forgot to defrost them and I added them to some Chinese chicken soup that I made. And when I pulled it out, it was frozen, so I had to put it in solid. And I pulled it out and my daughter was like, "What's that?" I said, "It's a unicorn horn." Whee! She believed me too. That was fun. So I'm going to slice these up. Say some nice sliced bamboo shoot. It's awesome if you can find fresh spring bamboo shoots. They're delicious. Canned bamboo shoots are great. I typically buy frozen because when I'm at the store, I'm like, oh, what do they have? But I don't know what they have until I get there, so I don't know what I'm cooking that night. So I buy frozen so I can cook it a different night. The rice cakes are sizzling away, so I want to stir them. Oh, they're getting all nice and soft and juicy. Oh, these are going to be so delicious. I mean, I could just eat this whole thing, but I'm not going to because that would not be healthy for me. And so the way I'm going to make this healthy, I already mentioned, was A, have a lot of vegetables on the side and also have a raw salad and control portions. I find that if I have something really satisfying, really satiating and delicious, like a rich, gummy, carby, fatty, you know, it's almost like a donut in a Chinese stir fry, right? It's the worst kind of nutrition. But that helps me eat less. That's how I roll. If you don't have, you know, the ability to put your fork down, or I like to take bites, breaths in between bites, bites in between breaths, but always breathing while eating. You know, this is like the Hawaiian roll of, which are delicious, right? But they're just like white bread and they're not great for us. So we got to do them in moderation. Oh, that's like perfect. So we'll let that go for like 3 more minutes with the lid on. The other vegetable I'm putting in here, and I'm going to go ahead because they're all going to go into the stir fry together, is some mustard greens. Another one of my favorites that I love in this dish. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my portion bowl because I want to have enough for leftovers, but really I want just enough, you know, I want some leftovers. So anyway, where can we see this? We can see this right here. I know it's far away, but here you go. This is so far the bamboo shoots and the water chestnuts. And I'm going to do about the same amount of mustard greens. There we go. And then I'm going to grab a rubber band and get these back into the freezer. For the next time I do a recipe with them. Nice and tight, into the freezer they go. Okay, so that's the vegetables I'll stir fry. And then I also had some leftover snack pack of broccoli. So I'm going to add that in because I don't like for anything to go to waste. Yeah. Yay. I'm super frugal. Did I say that in every video? Somebody go in and check. I think I said it in every video. Alright, so there's that. Beautiful. So that's going to go in next. I'm going to put that to the side. Clean up my cutting board a little bit. Magnets are the bomb. Okay, I think this is just about ready to get the meat cooked. There we go. Okay. Yes, perfect. Okay, so all the liquid has been soaked up by the noodles. We're getting some browning on the noodles, which is perfect. The onions and ginger are fragrant, but not burned because we have been controlling our heat. And now I'm going to move all of this over to the side. I'm going to get my heat turned all the way up. And I'm going to go ahead and add the meat. Beautiful. And on top of the meat goes that garlic, and that'll get cooked in right now. Meanwhile, I'm going to get my salad going. Such a wonderful noise from my other room. Yay. Good stuff. So my salad today is a cucumber salad. So it's almost like a cucumber dressing. So I have 2 Kirby cubes here. Kirby cubes are also called pickles, but they haven't been pickled, and I like them a lot. Oh, that smells so good. I'm going to give this a stir. Get the noodles mixed in to the meat. I've only got about 1 more minute in here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh yeah. All right. Okay, let's get that out. I got my serving dish right here. I've got all this flavor in the pan. Got my heat all the way up. My noodles are cooked. My meat is cooked. It's seasoned. It's delicious. Lots of onion in there. And then the stir-fry vegetables go in right away. Spread them out. Let them soak up all that flavor that's left in there. Turn my heat to medium. Okay, and so I'm going to top and bottom my cucumbers, top and bottom, and I'm going to split them in half. Yay. Uh-oh, what'd I do? I think I did a boo-boo. I think I threw out my clove of garlic. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Alright, that's alright. We'll live. So I'm just going to slice up my cucumbers here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's get that over there. So good. So good. There it is. I found it. Yay! Beautiful. I do say so myself. Get those in the dish. Okay. Beautiful. Cucumbers are sliced. We go ahead and get my, I'm going to season this ever so slightly because there's lots of seasoning in the pan. So a little bit of coconut aminos, a little bit of, just a drop of sesame oil, some good stirs. Let that go one one more minute. So this cucumber salad is pretty straightforward. It's going to get some salt, of raw garlic. It's a powerful flavor, but with the sweet cucumbers, it goes together really nicely. Pretty traditional garlicky cucumbers, or at least traditional as far as I know for my Taiwanese and Cantonese friends. I have run into dishes like this in some restaurants. Here we go. Sometimes I put in extra sugar, but today I'm really looking forward to this flavor. So there's the garlic, there's some salt, and then just a touch of rice vinegar. There we go. This is a plain rice vinegar. I generally don't buy seasoned. There we go. Just a touch. All right. So let's get these vegetables out of the pan. They're nice and seasoned, ready to go. Turn the heat off. I like making dinner in just one pan. Lots easier on the cleanup. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so those two things will get served together. Then I've got my salad, and I'll have, get this tossed a little bit. Cucumbers and garlic with salt and a little touch of vinegar. And we are, as they say, whoops, I'm throwing stuff on the floor. We are good to go. That is going to be our dinner tonight. Beef stir-fried with Korean rice cake, bamboo shoot, mustard greens, and water chestnuts with a touch of broccoli, and our cucumber salad. It's important to find that balance, to find things that are easy to make, fun to make, delicious, that your kids will eat, right? So maybe it's some variation of this. Older kids might be more adventurous. It's a great cooking. The rice cakes, like I said, alone, they are a carby, fatty, not great choice. But with a lot of vegetables on the side, it's an excellent choice. So I invite you to enjoy, and for just also ask everybody that can to stay home and stay safe and stay healthy. Thanks so much, everybody, for all you do. Bye.